more flexible API props for app. Review the improved design. A new type definition for the application, T Pixabay Finder props with a field for the entire API. So this is the API, and then here is the properties definition, type definition with the Pixabay API as a field name and referencing the Pixabay API interface. And then in the props, this is going to be the type of the props for the application component. This is a nice demonstration how TypeScript, or Flow as a matter of fact, can help us a lot to perform a major refactoring in a safe way, which is nearly impossible with plain JavaScript. After we change the primary location, VS Code together with TypeScript is automatically guiding us through all the required modifications. So let's implement then these improvements in index.tsx. Let's change the constant Pixabay service type to Pixabay API. Actually, this is the normal regular way. We don't really care. The inferred type would have been Pixabay service, but here we explicitly say that this object implements the Pixabay API. That's the only interface part we are interested in this situation. Then we add our type definition to app.tsx, type T Pixabay Finder props, and the field name is Pixabay API. The type would be Pixabay API. Okay, so this doesn't have to be exported, since when the app component is imported by the index.tsx, the type definition is implicitly imported too. So here we then change to T Pixabay Finder props, and immediately, as I promised, VS Code together with TypeScript automatically guides us through the necessary modification. Here we of course should include the .pixabay API into our sample, and immediately we also have another error here. The index, I haven't even saved the app.tsx. VS Code is smart enough to detect that something is wrong here. So I change over to index.tsx, and it is complaining that this is not the field anymore, and that is Pixabay API. And we pass along the entire object. So the big advantage and benefit of this solution, whenever the API is extended with additional functions, here we don't have to modify this component, neither that definition, because the new functions are automatically passed along over to the application component. Let's review then the changes. First, in index.tsx, we have changed the type explicitly to iPixabay API. This is actually not necessary at all. I just wanted to make sure explicitly that this is the API here we are interested. And then, because we also modify the props definition of the application object component, I had to modify also the name here from query images from Pixabay to Pixabay API. And in the application component, I created a new type with the field Pixabay API. And then in the components did mount, I had to modify because the props now has a component, an object, a Pixabay API, which has a list of the function of the API. Let's commit the changes. Okay, and we are done.